didn't start. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Okay, so we're reading from, I forgot the name of the book.
Reasonings.
The Reasonings. And we're reading about Messengership, page number 3 for us. Okay. One dimension of this proof is prophethood in general. The other is the prophethood of Muhammad, upon him be peace and blessings.
Now, the subject is the messengership in general, and also messengership of Muhammad is specifically important for us as well. Of course, first we have to establish that do we really need, but do we really understand that messengership is necessary? What does it mean? The second stage is if messengership is necessary, a particular person who's called Muhammad, is he a messenger? Or how can we make sure that he's a messenger? But of course, we don't know the person, but as the historians narrate something to us, we will see the narrations and especially the message he brings, and we will see whether this message and the description of the instructor of the message fits what the historians tell us about a particular person who's called Muhammad, that everybody knows. Okay.
An indication. The Maker does nothing without a purpose. There are many instances of wisdom in his every act. There is an order in everything in the universe, down to the things that are seemingly the most insignificant. Nothing is neglected in creation, and humanity needs a guide on its way to eternity. All these realities demonstrate the necessity of the institution of prophethood.
I think the main argument and also the main point we should be aware is this: there is nothing in this world without any purpose, and in the creation of everything there's a wisdom. I mean, if someone argues that there are some things there's no wisdom in its existence, yeah, we can talk about it. Really, is it really true, or we are not able to find out the wisdom in it, or is it really there's no wisdom in the existence of the things, anything at all? If there is a wisdom in the existence of everything, of course, what is expected from the creator of this world is he must explain the wisdom in the existence of everything which has a wisdom. Why? What am I going to do with it? Yes, I say Is it enough? I don't think it is enough. We have to go 2 stages. The stage 1 is in the creation, there is wisdom. If we establish this, and the second question is what? Yep.
Because you have a desire to look for it. You have the desire to find
what, why do you have the desire to look
I
for?
found myself with the desire.
Now, how did you find yourself with this desire to look for the wisdom? Why do you think in your existence, the desire for wisdom, look for wisdom, exists?
Because the signs of creation point towards looking for the wisdom.
Okay, why?
Because everything points to its creator.
Oh no, that's the how to say copy-paste thing.
Okay.
Now, if there is a wisdom in the creation, and if there is a desire in my existence to look for the wisdom, why? If something exists, for example, there are tissues here. Why are they there? I ask this question. Who put it? Then why are they there? So I have to understand that, if anybody needs it to take it, it is a wise action. I don't know if this is a wise or not, but if there is a wisdom, it means this is a wise action. It is the result of a wise action. If something is a result of a wise action, it must be done or performed, realized by a conscious, wise being. And we ask the question, why do you make everything with wisdom? What is the wisdom in the existence of the universe which has wisdom in each and every part of its existence? Why we are here in this world like this? Do you understand the question within question? You follow it? No or no?
Can I try to reiterate?
You try and I will do something else.
So I guess based on our observation, we see wisdom in the creation of things. So we see wisdom in the universe. So now we
What
question.
wisdom you say?
We see wisdom in creation of things.
We see. Okay, sorry, I didn't get the word. Yeah.
And so now we say, hey, what is the wisdom in the wisdom of these things?
Mm-hmm. What is the wisdom in the existence of these things? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we ask this question.
Is that question different than saying why does something even exist?
Of course, existence itself has a wisdom as well.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, why?
Why does it even exist in the first place?
Starting from there, it may be very well the starting point. That's what human beings question. And this question is common for all human beings and also ingrained in my existence. So there is wisdom outside in the existence of everything, and there is a desire to understand the wisdom in the existence, and I am given the ability to question why I desire to look for the wisdom. This is also another layer of question. So nothing purposeless or pointless in the existence of this universe, right?
There are a lot of questions going on. How do we get the answer? Like question, questions, and then what do we do?
That's why now we have to come to the conclusion that if there is wisdom in the existence of everything, including my search for wisdom, there must be a conscious choice, preference behind it, or they call it intellectual, intelligent choice, making everything deliberately purposeful. It means with wisdom. And why such a thing, such a quality exists? An intelligent being must have, we understand that, must have given or must have created this universe with wisdom. What is the point? We ask this question, what is the point? I understand that there must be an intelligent agent behind the existence of this wisdom. What is the point? What shall I do? And of course, my questions do not stop here at this stage. As the text says, everything is perfectly ordered, and human or humanity needs a guide on its way to eternity. Why? We have the desire to exist in the perfect way, with the most satisfactory way, eternally. And I have, or every human being has every right to ask this question, or intelligent being. How did I understand it? That the creator of this universe is intelligent? Because I see that everything is deliberately created with wisdom, and pointing to the creator, the source of the existence of this world, must be an intelligent, conscious being. So I don't know where he is. I haven't seen it in the world. I understand that he is the creator of this universe altogether. So human beings ask, I want eternity. Oh, intelligent being, explain to me, how can I get it? What am I supposed to do? Because I have the choice. How can I explain it? How can I make sure that I will get the eternity, or I need it? Is it really going to be given? What is the point here? Because if we think that if life or existence for a human being consists of only existence between birth and death, ridiculous. It is a play. And also contradicts to my human nature. My human nature says, I want eternal happiness. And what I see as it appears to be, there's no such thing. You are going to be executed for forever. It can't be. I said it can't be, shouldn't be. Of course, I have every right to ask or to expect from this conscious creator to explain to me what is going on here. Well, apparently, I see no other type of existence apart from the existence of this universe. But the desire contradicts. And also human intelligence concludes that there's an intelligent creator behind it, and this creator doesn't do anything without any wisdom. And what's the wisdom in creating within me the desire for eternity and the need for an explanation from the creator? This is the basic understand the word, but the basic reasoning actually. Why do we need messengership? Because this intelligent being must tell me.
There's a separate side question. So going back to the question where we said, essentially the main question is in knowing why create this eternal beings. I'm referring to my own existence. Is it fair to say that in knowing the answer, it doesn't really help change the reality? In the instance that if I was to find the answer, why create something eternally with the ability to acknowledge its source and everything around it? Going back to the main question, like what is the point, or where is the wisdom in creating such a thing?
How can you learn it?
By experiencing it.
How?
By questioning.
Sorry?
By questioning.
Questioning, you can question only, or you can direct your questioning to the universe. Universe says, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I am myself is transient. Yeah, I cannot speak to you intelligently and tell you what is the purpose in my existence. But the universe tells us that there is a purpose in its existence. There is a purpose in its existence. And the universe cannot say, what is it? Do you see the difference? We cannot learn, for example, the people study in the lab, that's why they are stuck there. They see that everything is perfectly arranged within an order, and human beings want to discover the order more and more as much as possible in details to benefit from it, and they cannot get any answer from what they are studying. Why? They are like this. They cannot get it from the universe. That's why they say, don't ask questions. They say, if you ask questions or direct your questions, what they really say, the materialist scientists say, really, if you ask questions which the universe itself does not or cannot answer, this question necessarily takes you out of the universe. And that which is out of the universe, we cannot experience it. We shouldn't ask this question because we cannot experience it. So don't ask this question. They say, frankly and explicitly, they say, if you ask this question, this kind of questions, you will find yourself within the field of theology, the science of divinity, divine. Divine means nothing of the nature of this universe. And if something is not the nature of this universe, you cannot experience it. If you cannot experience it, you cannot verify it, they say. But what they miss there, we studied this on several occasions because it is so crucial. Getting the answer, asking the question and getting the answer from the experience, through the experiences, either in the lab or in the real world. No, I mean, you don't have to be a scientist to ask the question and to get the answer. Whatever you get, whether from the laboratory or from the universe, it can be experienced within the universe. But if the question is necessitated by human logic, which goes beyond the capacity of the universe and asks the source of the existence of the universe logically, you can get the answer logically, not experientially. That is the missing link in materialist thinking, as far as I can find out or I can understand. The missing link is this. If the question is logical, and this logic takes you out of the universe, then the answer to your logical question must come from outside of the universe. If your question is related to the universe itself, then you can expect the answer from the universe. For example, what the universe says to us: there is wisdom in my existence. There is a conscious, deliberate organization within my own existence. And logic says, therefore, there must be a conscious being who made it deliberately. Who made this universe deliberately. Human logic says. So this being is not the universe. The source of the existence of the universe. This expression, I mean, you must be fed up with it, but it is the most essential expression. The universe is different from the source of the existence of the universe. Some people say cause of existence, but it is the second stage. If there is a need for the universe to have a source of its own existence, then you say it is the cause of the existence of this universe. This source, but the word source of existence is essential. Why? Because some people, they call themselves philosophers, they argue that the question, the cause of existence of something is human construction. It means human beings make themselves. For example, if something exists, why do you ask for a cause of its existence? It is prejudice. Right? It is prejudice. Because looking for a cause necessitates that it is caused by something else. No, as it is. Okay, we say we are not going to use for the sake of argument, the word cause. How about the source of existence? Existence is something. What is the source of it? So especially because not the things exist, but every stage of existence is subject to change. What is the source of existence of this change? And where we look at the change, everything is perfectly changed within an order. Question, what is the source of existence of order? Order is something. It cannot happen by itself. Can you have an order by itself, happening by itself? Do we get this? So what is the source of it? If you think, your human logic necessitates that there must be source of this order in the existence of everything continuously rearranged. And this source must be the cause, because the universe is created in such a way that it prepares human mind to work. For example, whatever human beings experience, what they say, what they ask, what is the cause of it? But they say the cause of the existence of something within the universe, because we say, for example, the machine is working. Why? Because it is on. The electric is there. The system is like this. Look, for example, if there is, a simple example, if there is a pencil here, the cause of existence of the pencil, we question it. Who put it? Who made it? Yeah, we question this. Scientists don't mind to question the cause of existence of something within the universe. Within the universe. For example, it is windy, it is cold. What is the cause of it? Because of the location of the Earth. Earth is not really circular, not, how do you say, round, perfectly round, a bit like this. As it moves around the sun, it doesn't really move around the sun on a perfect circle, but in an elliptical form. So sometimes it gets closer to the sun, sometimes farther. And the difference, and also the shape of the Earth, the location of the Earth is such that reflects the Earth. It's perfectly, it is perfect. The order is perfect, but that is how the seasons happen. That is the cause. They don't question the cause of things within the universe, cause of anything. For example, why the trees grow? Yeah, let's say, the weather became warmer and the water started, the roots take the water, they explain it. Then how it is happening. They don't dare to ask the question, if it is happening in a perfect order, what is the cause of order? Because the things themselves have no conscience, no will, no power, no quality, everything. This is also, this is the statement I'm going to say. I keep repeating it because it is missing link. It's another missing link in materialist thinking. Everything exists is subject to the order of the universe. Nothing in the universe is free in its existence. Nothing. If you find one atom or one molecule or one piece which is not subject to the order, it means in its existence it has free will. It goes anywhere it wants. Can you find one? One thing. Even a piece of something in the air, atmosphere, it seems to be randomly wandering around. seems to be. But definitely it is moving, a small
Yes.
speck in the air according to the movement of the air, the difference between temperature difference, and the air moves subject to the order, cannot move 1 minute on its own choice. That's why Quran says there is nothing, even a leaf, drops from the tree without knowledge, deliberate decision of its creator. Cannot move because the order has deliberately arranged by a conscious being. They are subject to the will, they are subject to the design, they are subject to the creatorship of the source of existence of this order of the universe. They are subject to. Nothing is free. How can they really come into existence as a result of their own choice? How can they? Nothing can act freely. How can they say that they develop? Well, they cannot act freely. Even they, as we trace their existence, they are developing. They are developing according to the order which is established by a conscious being. And logic says this conscious being must be outside of the universe. Not because everything in the universe is subject to the will of this conscious being. So where is the conscious being? Must be not of this universe. That is why some critical sentence that or phrases, as far as I am concerned, I found out, I keep repeating them, but I feel in this science field or in the common language of the people, these links are always missing in their reasoning. I found a blue. That's very important. Oh, for example, let's say somebody is with us and hears that we keep speaking certain language. Everything is subject to the order. The change in the universe is taking place within an order again. The universe is existing within an order, and its change also is taking place within an order as well. Now, this material substance of this universe is constructed within an order and is made subject to change. And change is taking place within an order as well. What these biologists are missing, they think that, okay, even the universe is created by a being who people call God. And we don't know because we are scientists. We are interested in only what we can experience here. Doesn't matter. The things are developing. No. Things, the change is taking within an order. Order needs a conscious decision behind it. So if you really think deeply, carefully, what they call the things are evolving is just baseless, stupid claim. Irrational. Baseless. Because the change is taking within an order. Order needs a conscious decision. And the conscious decision is not within the within the universe, because the universe itself is subject to the order. That's what I mean. And there is no conscious and deliberate choice executed by the members of this universe, because everything is subject to. So really don't say that, well, no one argues nowadays anyways. Evolution theory says we came from, developed or evolved from a monkey, or they make fun of it. No, it is over. The discussion is not there. The discussion now, what is going on within the cells or the atoms, they, without really deliberately thinking deeply, to me, cheating people, saying that, look, things are evolving, adapting themselves. Just, excuse me, the things adapt itself within an order. An order needs a conscious choice and decision, and they have no choice. They have no sign of consciousness that they will do this way or this way, because the order is changing within an order. You understand? Not accidental change. And sorry?
I see what's going on.
Yeah, why I keep saying that, or we keep repeating this phrase that everything is subject to change and everything is within an order, and everything in this order subject to change, and the change is also taking place within an order. Now, space-wise, there is an order. Time-wise, there is an order. Where the things develop themselves, they are subject to the order. They cannot move. They cannot change from one position into another position at their own will. Even the baby grows according to an order established by the one who gave existence to this order. And this order requires a conscious choice, consciousness, ability to decide. It means perfect free will. You see this stage, two stages, space-wise, time-wise, as we call it. Everything is subject to the will of something else. Nothing is free. You cannot attribute anything to anyone. Anything. That you are responsible for it. You did it. Now, the only problem that comes, of course, they have now to raise the question, if there is a conscious choice, why there are so much horrible evil going on? Now, that's your decision that this is evil. They use people's being, okay, we say, not deep thinking, it means really shallow thinking or simple-mindedness, not using their reasoning. What did they say?
I was saying superficial.
Superficial thinking. And they say there are evils. If there's a conscious being, this conscious being must make everything perfect. Yeah. So why there are some things that are wrong? Wrong according to
Perception.
Me. According to me, my perception. Yeah. For example, among the believers, and especially I hear this from Christians, because their priests or their teachers keep repeating this point. God knows what he is doing. Trust him. Yeah, that's not wrong. this statement is not wrong, but this statement needs to be proven. And God knows what He is doing, but in order to be able to say God knows what He is doing, trust Him, you have to have the concept of God. And I ask the question, how did you develop the concept of God then? Well, we are answering this missing point or missing big step, not only step, jumping really. How do we know that God, there's such thing, God? And the Quran emphasizes on what? There must be something behind the existence of this universe. You have to find it out. You have to find out. And you will understand that this being is, but of course, the Quranic language is, I am, I am, I am. But it is an offer to human beings. This being is absolutely powerful, absolutely knowledgeable, absolutely wise, absolutely just, and makes everything out of His mercy. Right? But you have to see it. And it is our duty to investigate whether the creator of this universe must have these qualities. I have to look at the universe and understand. But there are some questions, human questions, that I cannot investigate within the universe. Now we are at this stage. Yes, but don't misunderstand or how do you say, underestimate the importance of this. The universe says there is a wisdom in my existence. Everybody is, that's why all the sciences study the wisdom. Although they may not accept that we are studying the wisdom, they say we are studying the universe. But in fact, they are studying the wisdom in the existence of the universe. They don't want to give this concept wisdom. When you say wisdom, they cannot put it. They cannot put wisdom in the lab, experience it, and they are so conditioned that if nothing can be experienced in the lab or in the material world, we shouldn't concern ourselves with it. They cannot say there is no such thing, there is no such question that human beings ask. No, even you ask, since there is no answer, don't make yourself be concerned with this question. Ignore it because there is no answer in the universe. But human logic says, hey, I have to question. Where did I get this question? The ability to question. And there must be something. There must be an answer if there is a question. And if I cannot find the answer within the universe says there is wisdom in my existence. We cannot say that the things are making another thing. This is stupid. Okay? The things are subject to the order. How can they make it? Or how can they give existence to another thing? They are subject to the decision of the will of the Creator, whoever gave existence to this universe, because we all exist because somebody decided us to come into existence as we are, and we are continuously changing because something else decided to make our existence subject to continuous change. And the matter itself has no free will to make this decision. Something else. Something else, something else, something else. Yeah. And logic says, oh, this something else is doing something. And the logic says, why? And logic asks further question, I have some desires that these desires cannot be satisfied within the universe. The universe cannot satisfy it. But I have the desire, since there is wisdom in the existence of everything, there is wisdom in the existence of my desire to get the satisfaction. Where is it? The universe says, I cannot give you eternity. I can only turn you into what was the word? Compost. That's it. The universe, what we get answer from the universe. But I said, I don't want to go. I don't want to become a compost. And in the existence of this desire, there is a wisdom. Where can I find this? How can I find this wisdom? Now the message, or we say, human beings say, well, I say it with an angry voice. Yeah, angry voice, not a comfortable voice. I say, look, whoever you are, I don't know. And I only care that you exist. But you gave me the desire for eternal happiness. If there is no eternal happiness, my being happy right now doesn't mean anything at all. Changes, goes, leaves me alone. You made this order of the universe in such a way that I will never get satisfaction from this universe. Are you joking with me, or tell me what is the point? If the angry voice. Why? Can you imagine there is no eternal life? There is no eternity. I will hate the Creator. If there was, I would definitely hate the Creator. Are you playing with me? Do you understand? That's why human nature requires to be angry with the Creator if there is no answer, if there was no answer. Do you feel that? Sometimes in my own personal life, I see if there was no eternity, this Creator is a monster. We discussed this. I remember discussing this. Somebody, how do you say, the word is, somebody takes pleasure from torturing others. Sadist.
Yeah.
And the universe must be given existence by a sadist Creator if there was no eternity. But I see in the creation, there is no sign of that the sign that shows and demonstrates that the Creator of universe is sadist. It means, my desire for eternity cannot be satisfied by the universe itself. So tell me, what is the point in creating within me the desire for eternal happiness? And if there was no message, no explanation from the Creator, I would definitely always curse the Creator. Do you see what I mean? Are you playing with me? Like this typical example, the cat plays with the mouse, just exercises his talent actually, and shows this to the masters, and look, I got something. But the poor mouse, like we are like mouse in the hands of the Creator, if there was no eternal happiness. So definitely I say, tell me, what's going on? And this is the source of the need for the institution of prophethood or messengership. That is why definitely there must be an explanation. As the text says, the text is not like me, angry. Text says humanity needs a guide on its way to eternity. I don't need a guide what to eat for my breakfast from my creator. No, I can learn it here within the universe. What I need, or which kind of guide I need to let me know what I cannot learn from the universe. So the guidance, the consequence of this understanding is so essential. The guidance that the creator of the universe sends through the messengers must be read with this condition, not reduced to something that I can find within the universe. Now, let me put it in another context. I don't want from the creator any explanation, any answer that the scientists can give me. Why? I can have it here. It is not my really essential desire. My essential desire is concerned with what I cannot find within the universe. The universe doesn't answer. Materialists say, don't ask this question because there is no answer. It means they don't say within the universe. They say there is no answer. How do you know? There must be an answer. But there is no answer within the universe. Yes, correct. But they don't say it within the universe. Be careful. Be careful with the trick they play. If there is a question in my existence, if there is no answer within the universe to my question, what does it mean? There must be an answer. If it is not within the universe, let me ask the source of existence of the universe and expect the answer from him, because he's not crazy, he's not sadist, he's not stupid, he's the source of intelligence. The universe is witnessing it. So if he has made this perfect universe and created me with this desire, then there must be wisdom in it, and he must explain it. And as a consequence, what they say, the materialists say, since there is no answer to these questions, you shouldn't ask. And they continue, since there are certain things that we cannot make absolutely sure, so there is no absolute truth. That's the one. Are you studying philosophy? Yeah, they said there is no absolute truth. Everything is relative. Stupid, misleading, twisting, squeezing. How do you say? Squirting. How do you say this? There's a word.
Twisting.
Sorry?
Steering?
Like this, not straight. Like this, playing with it.
Twisting?
Sorry, screwing on.
Twirling?
Twisting?
Sorry?
Twisting? Or no?
Twisting, yes.
Twirling?
Sorry?
Twirling?
Yeah. Okay. They are all right. They are all right. I was looking for a special language that they use it in their field. They just really twist it on, when within their own conditioned way of thinking. If they think that there is no answer to this, it means this is a dead end. They say, no, you should ask this question because they have no answer. According to their standards. When they say everything is relative, I mean, this is not our direct subject, but these are important points. And you have to really seriously think about them. When they say there is no absolute truth, absolute reality, what they mean then, they go continuous and everything is relative to your understanding. No, everything is relative to my understanding is correct. We keep saying that your belief is relative to you, but it doesn't mean that, it doesn't require that there's no absolute truth. There is no absolute reality. It doesn't require that. I can get something, you can get something according to your capacity, I can get something according to my capacity. Something of the absolute truth. Right? Because, yes, that is the play they, how do you say, really, they, okay, let me use the word twist. They twist, not the right word, actually. There must be something, you know, they play with human mind.
Manipulate?
Manipulate, I mean, they mislead, if you like, the human mind because they themselves are misled. So in the universe, everything is relative. Yes, that's correct. In the universe, everything is relative according to your understanding, according to your interpretation. But, for example, some logical conclusions in their own nature, it's not relative. For example, there must be a source of existence of this universe, the order, the source of existence of the order, there must be. And this source of existence of the order of the universe, or source of existence of the universe, and the existence of the order of the universe, this source must be logically. It is common for everyone. But how do you describe it? I can describe it only according to my capacity. That is relative to me. But the logical conclusion is, sure, very simple. All the logical conclusions that human beings, they call it a priori, or a priori, whatever they pronounce it differently. So a priori conclusions are common for human beings. But within the universe, there is nothing absolute. Right? But human mind says there must be absolute. Here's the thing. Human conclusion. For example, it's very simple. 1 + 1 makes what? 2. Is it relative to me?
No.
Yeah. Is it relative to me? Okay. But if we start discussing the meaning of in the existence of this kind of things, then I can explain it according to my interest point of view. You can explain it according to your point of view. Then these explanations become relative. Yes. And the universe, with its all parts, particulars in it, are created in such a way their existence makes sense to intelligent beings relative to something. For example, we call them, these are animate beings relative to inanimate beings, right? So human beings are conscious beings relative to unconscious. Other, for example, according to some people, depends on how you look at the matter. the stone is not conscious. And human beings are conscious of their own existence, relative. But can you speak in terms of absolutism in the universe? No. Do someone say, how do you know that the stones are unconscious? You are not a stone. You don't know. Oh, yeah. Relative. That, for example, I see that human beings somehow experience free will within the order. Can you choose anything in the universe which is not within the order of the universe? So within the order. So this is called the order in general, in the religious language, irade-i kulliya. Irade-i kulliya. It means the one who established everything in this, within this order, he must have preferred it to be like this. Now, within this irade kulliya, human beings are given the choice. Irade means choice, kulliya, the universal choice. The other one is irade-i juz'iyya. It means partial irade. I am free within the order. Look, it means within irade-i kulliya to go this way and this way. So how can you reconcile, since God decides about everything, but human beings also can do something? It's very simple. You cannot do anything as you want. You can only choose within the order. So simple. So we expanded a lot. I think it is these kinds of subjects we should discuss and reflect on always. Yeah, it's not because we don't hear. People cheat us saying that we say also, we say that your belief is relative to you. You cannot say that I have encompassed absolute infinite. It is contradictory. It is contradictory. If you have encompassed something, it cannot be infinite. If it is infinite, you cannot comprehend it. It was encompassed. So simple. You are limited, but there must be infinite. Because the concept exists in your mind, in your quality, human quality. Such a thing exists. So, yes, I am within the absolute, but I choose or comprehend only partially. Concluded, and only partially. We get it. So there is no absolute truth, absolute reality within the universe. That is correct. But it doesn't mean that there is no absolute truth at all. Logic says there must be. That this quality, this capacity, human capacity, says there must be. What is the absolute truth? Something which is not, something exists, which is not of the nature of the universe, which is the source of the existence of this universe. There must be, which must be the source of existence of this universe.
Dr. Allen, if something is a logical conclusion, like we said, there must be something that's a human logical conclusion, which is common to everyone.
Yeah.
Can't we just say that's an absolute conclusion?
Sorry?
Can we not say it's an absolute conclusion?
Which one?
The logical conclusion, there must be a conscious creator.
Yeah, it's common.
So it's
A
an
priori.
absolute conclusion.
Even the materialist philosophers, logicians, accept that no one can argue a priori conclusions. You cannot go beyond it. It means you cannot go out of your skin. That's how you are. That's how you feel. That's how you understand. That's what you are. So why do we be careful? Why do we define belief? Which I believe in the Quranic language, iman. We say the people may think that it is very uncommon, unusual. How do you say this? But be careful. We say belief is ultimately not contradicting your reality, yourself. What does it mean? Don't contradict yourself. They think that this is the way to justify humanism. It means belief is what is only what you are. Nothing to do with humanism. Belief is ultimately not contradicting your a priori conclusions. Whichever it means. That is what I understand. I am responsible not to contradict myself. That's my conclusion. I'm comfortable with it. It means this conclusion matches my existence. Do you get it? That's it. That's all. I cannot go beyond my existence. That is why belief cannot be denied. Belief means really concluding that there must be a source of existence. Cannot be denied. A priori conclusions cannot be denied, cannot be questioned.
Because they're not experiential.
They are not, they are experiential within your human qualities. Materially, you cannot put your conclusions in the lab. For example, very simple example, very simple. We gave this example. Everybody gave this example. Now, you are hungry, food is prepared, right? Put it in front of you. Or you want something to eat, food is out there. They're very simple. Can you experience that the food is prepared for you by someone and I have to see it preparing? You don't. You don't. Some things we discuss in this discussion, in this study group, is very important. We say, if someone says, let's say, I don't know,
You give the example of a chair.
I am a carpenter. It doesn't mean anything to me, right? Unless he or she performs his talent by looking at the performance, I can conclude logically, a priori way, that the one who made this piece of art or something is a carpenter. Now, you can question everything, but this logical conclusion, by looking at the art, this is performed by an artist. You cannot question that. You cannot doubt about it. So you don't have to see the man making the carpentry, performing the carpentry. This is a very important concept that the materialists say. We have to see the carpenter, a person, whoever he is, claiming to be the carpenter, doing the action there. It is stupid. the human mind, human capacity works this way. I have to see the art. I have to see the work in order to conclude with full confidence that this art has been performed by a conscious artist. Because the wood itself cannot become a table. I know that. It is in me. It is what I am. That is why this kind of conclusions are absolute, universal, absolute. Everybody says, when I have this, I don't know, pencil here, everybody says, who made it? Who made it? Where did you buy it? Who is the maker? Where is it made? That is universal. Seeing a man making the pencil does not increase your certainty. If I'm using a pre-accepted concept, God shows that He is creating the universe Himself, right? Here is God, of the absolute, cannot be seen but comprehended. But let's assume, it's an example, okay, demonstrating this. Doesn't matter. It doesn't increase my certainty that this thing has a maker. What we say is a belief. The universe must have a conscious creator maker. But this conscious maker is this one or this one, none of my concern. Doesn't matter. My logical conclusion is important. My experiential conclusion is not as important. My experiential conclusions are relative to my experience. My logical conclusions are universal and a priori and cannot beyond doubt as human beings. What is, these are the missing links or the rings in the chain. In the chain of materialist philosophy, the points are the missing rings. That's why we have to talk about this missing ring and make sure, even we talk about it 100 times, I believe it is not important enough. Why? We hear it only once a week, but you hear the other way every hour or second. Everything, everybody talks, everything says, here I exist by myself, as if superficial thinking. If you found out the food is prepared on the table for you, what do you say? It is prepared by someone. Food cannot become like this. You don't have to see your mother preparing it to conclude that this food on the table has been prepared by someone. It is absolutely sure, beyond doubt. That's what Quran says. Whatever I tell you cannot bear doubt in it. So you have to find, to understand why it cannot bear doubt. Because what the speech, to the message that the Creator sends to me is nothing to do any information that I can obtain in the universe. Oh, that's how we should read the Quran. When you read the Quran, it's difficult, but it needs years or decades of training. That Quran cannot be read in terms of the conditions of this universe. What do I mean by it? The universe is a witness, but it is bringing an information that I can obtain from the universe. No? For example, there is an order in the universe, right? But I don't need God, the creator, whoever made the order, said that, hey, man, there is an order in the universe. Do you understand? Excuse me, sir, why do you bother? I know it. Don't waste your energy to tell me that there is an order in the universe. I am seeing it, man. Right? But if the Quran says, I am the orderer, that is different. So, universe witnesses that there must be an orderer, and the Quran says, I am the source of the existence of the universe. You say the order must be from the source of existence of the universe, which is called God. Yeah, God is telling me that I have to acknowledge the source of the order. That's it. Not the existence of the order. The existence of the order is self-evident. You don't need anybody to tell you. For example, the food is prepared on the table, you are hungry. Somebody else comes and tells you, it must be prepared by somebody else, huh? Yeah, definitely so. Why do you tell me this? When you read the Quran, take this point into account. Most of the cases in the Quran is allegorical and needs interpretation. What do you mean? For example, you are having the food prepared, ready food. You are having it. Mother comes and tells you, hey, my son, my daughter, you know that it is prepared by someone. What does it mean? You don't turn to your mother and say, Mother, don't be stupid. Of course it is. It is a priori to my reality. Time is up. Yeah, it is a priori to my reality. But if mother tells you that, hey, it is prepared by someone, huh? What does it mean?
It's experiential.
No.
You acknowledge it.
You are expected to say thank you to mother. The language says it is prepared for someone. Some people read the Quran as the statement literally says. It is prepared by someone. You see, the Quran is letting us know that it is prepared by someone. I say, don't be stupid, man. I don't need anybody to tell me that it is prepared by someone. The way it exists tells me that it is prepared by someone. If the one who prepared it tells you that, hey, be careful, it is prepared by someone, you have to interpret the language and say, interpret this language, say, what do you mean? But the language is plain. It is prepared by someone. No. We say, what do you mean? And then you understand, no, she wants me to thank. It is a way of saying you need to thank the preparer. But it doesn't say. It may not say. The language may not say literally, you have to thank the preparer. But if the language is such that it is prepared by someone, it means you have to interpret it. That's how the Quran should be read. If you don't read the Quran like this, you reduce it to a wise man's advice. Most of the people do that. It's very dangerous.
Is this similar or the same to what we were discussing in the Wednesday class around the hidden message?
Everything is related to the same truth.
Right.
But which perspective we are approaching to the same truth?
Mhm.
That we will always repeat what? La ilaha illallah.
Mhm.
In every class, we repeat La ilaha illallah. We have to stop right now. We can continue next week, inshallah. But fundamental matters we summarized it and pointed out today. But I feel myself, إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.